On a more serious note, speaking of the president, what did you make of his Department of Justice investigating now Carroll, who had that civil judgment against President Trump? And now that was, we have a timeline on the telestrator, just put it up. That accusation came in officially in 2019. It dates back to the mid-90s, and then the jury in 2023 finding Trump liable for the sexual assault and defamation, up now to a new investigation in 2026. Apparently, as the reports go, they're trying possibly to get her on perjury. She said there was no outside money, but this guy Reid Hoffman may have paid some of her legal bills. Thoughts?
I think that the use of, first of all, the use of the justice system, the Department of Justice, on a matter like this is highly unusual, and it does smack of retribution. It does smack of using the DOJ to hurt someone who has hurt the president, embarrassed the president. I mean, clearly, Carroll is #1 on his enemies list in terms of the person who embarrassed him perhaps most egregiously in terms of her gigantic judgments against him in New York State, where she not only successfully sued him, convincing the jury that he raped her, met her outside Bergdorf Goodman, took her upstairs to the changing room, raped her in the changing room. The jury bought that, so she got a $5 million judgment, more or less, on that.
Yeah,
but then the president said,
sexual assault, right? Because of the definition, I think, of
disparagingly
rape in the state. But yeah, right.
Whatever her defenses were, whatever her explanation was, the jury bought it. So she got the judgment on the sex assault. You're right; it was sex assault, not rape, because rape was technically
there was a different definition in the state. Yes,
exactly. But going forward, then she said that he is defaming me when he is defending himself by ridiculing me. He's saying of me that I was a liar. Yeah, he's defaming me. That's a really, really serious. My character's been tarnished. I've been ridiculed. The president is attacking me and everything. And that one, the jury really came back and blasted him. That one, he got the double digits, I think, into the $80 million area, ridiculously stratospheric amounts. I can understand why he's angry. So you have two different things. You have the defamation and you have the actual sex assault.
Right.
Sex assault, $5 million. Defamation, $80 million, or more or less. So I think that there's much more to come in terms of whether or not she lied on the deposition. There's plenty of defenses for that. Well, I didn't know who was funding, or whatever the truth of the matter is. That will sort itself out. But that seems to me a much more difficult climb for the Justice Department to indict her, if it does, for perjury. That's going to open a can of worms that I don't think the president wants. Although he is on this revenge tour, and she is public enemy #1 or private enemy #1, I don't think that his retribution or his instincts to strike back, sometimes to a more sober, somber, rational mind, they seem extreme. But he doesn't change. He goes ahead and, if he thinks you wronged him, he's going to come after you.
Yep. Wall Street Journal, you name it.
Everything. Robert Mueller. I know there's a blanket on the names.
There's a long list,
all the others
a lot of
gone
media
after,
organizations, and now the cases against James Comey and others, Letitia James, were in a different category, which is where this one is, because it involves the Department of Justice. So anyway, we'll see where it goes, but I get your points on it, Geraldo. As always, we'll see you probably tomorrow, The Daily Take with Geraldo.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.